the toughest game, without a doubt, that I've ever played in. That year felt like a blur, the year I had off.
Do you want to touch, like, I know,
Yeah, no, so
I
was never going to, everyone knows what happened, but I was never going to, in my mind, I was never going to play footy again.
Yeah. Are you glad you did?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I was never going to play footy again. I went overseas. By the way, not great choices. I made a lot of, after retirement, a lot of poor choices.
That you
delusional. Yeah, absolutely.
Which is
delusional to think that you have everything in control. And one of my favourite things was when I got challenged by loved ones, family, friends, partners, and it was like, I'm a realist. I know what I'm doing, and I was that far from reality. It wasn't funny. Funnily enough, it wasn't like I was completely out of control, but making really poor decisions, like going to Vegas, straight after, something you leave a footy club, which is like your family, friends, everyone else. You're on the front page of the paper, every day for months, and all of this sort of stuff, and you go to Vegas, like. And then I think I flew home. I went back to Vegas again. Spent the first half of that year just really just burying my head in the sand.
The first game against North.
Yeah.
Because it was obviously there's so much feeling in that.
Yeah.
How are you feeling going into that? Obviously, Roos spoke after the game, and obviously you wanted to avoid speaking to the media. They tried to get you.
I can't. It's a bit of a blur, to be honest. I've seen snippets of it. I actually went into the game not 100% fit, but there's no way I wanted to miss it. So
God. Can you imagine?
I never had. I'd never had soft tissue injuries my whole career until I got to Adelaide, and then I got a couple of niggles. They trained differently to how we did it, the Crow. Whether it was that. Whether it was just the fact that I had that whole year off, so a lot of variables. But
what round was it? Do you know?
I reckon it was round 6 or 7 or 8 because I'd missed a couple of games. But like I said, I went in there not 100% fit, kicked the first goal of the game, and then kicked the last goal of the game. So I remember that.
You remember?
The rest is a bit of a blur. I remember
you and Arch going together.
I remember little incidents within the game. It's funny. You remember a face in the crowd. A North Melbourne supporter. Some still cheering for you. Some telling you,
F off.
move on. Yeah, I'm thinking, geez, you got a short memory. But anyway,
yeah, correct.
But so the toughest game, without a doubt, that I've ever played in.